Now we're going to take a little overview of our time panel here. You'll notice up here it is labeled Sequence 1 here in this timeline. You can have more than one sequence open at the same time if you were to go to File, New, Sequence. And you can give that sequence a name. We'll go ahead and leave it as Sequence 2. And you can also go ahead and change the number of tracks and information about your audio. So we'll say OK. Now notice here you have Sequence 2. You can have multiple sequences open at the same time and flip-flop back and forth between the two. We're going to go ahead and close this one. Now here, of course, are the little bits of video that we added. If we would like to see them a little more clearly, they're a little small, there's a couple of things we could do here. One is to click and drag down here on this slider, and as you can see, that changes the appearance of things. Another would be to hold down the Alt key on my computer keyboard, and I can scroll back and forth with my mouse, and that changes the size as well. If I were to just scroll back and forth on my mouse without holding down the Alt key, you see, it just moves me around in my project without affecting the visual of the size here at all. Additionally, here in my tool chest, I can click on the Zoom tool and click, and it enlarges and zooms in wherever I click. Now, each of these channels can be made larger. Scroll up here. So we can see the individual items, and notice on each frame you have different options available. Here, of course, you have your time ruler. And wherever I click in my time ruler, you can see the marker represents what we will now see on our program monitor. And the time ruler tells us where we are time-wise in our project. Now I'm going to go ahead and make this a little smaller again, because we would like our commercial here that we're working on to be about 30 seconds in length. Now you'll notice right here, you can see whatever I click on the time marker is what shows up here. And when I point my mouse without clicking or anything here on this time frame, notice I get a little double arrow with the finger. I'm going to click and drag now. We could also double click on this and manually type in what it is we would like it to be. So now I can see by looking, oh, my clips are too long, and we're going to talk about how to make things fit in another segment.